Welcome back to the Never Stop Getting Better podcast that is presented by CoxHealth. Thank you, CoxHealth. Couple more shout outs before we get started on today's episode. Today's episode is going to be brought to us by Wise Guys Screen Print. Whether you're outfitting a team, promoting your business, or gearing up for your next event, Wise Guys delivers top quality custom apparel with outstanding service. If you want it done right, make the easy choice. Make the wise choice. Wise Guys Screen Print in Springfield. They are the absolute best. You will never go wrong with Wise Guys. I can assure you that. Also, a shout out to One More Benefit, the best mindset training program in the world. They've been with us since day one. So, onemorebenefit.com. You can find out more information. You can join. You can sign up. Outstanding. Okay, today's podcast is going to be about things that I continue to have to remind myself about, things that I may struggle with that I want to keep on the forefront, things that I might, if I could go back to be 25, 30, 35, that I would tell myself right now, man, do this and do this more often. Just a few things. Number one, action is the answer. I heard Jocko Willink here recently when asked, what do you do when you're not sure? What do you do, if you're having to make a decision and you're anxious or you're stressed out or you've got some, uncertainty? What do you do? And he said, go. And the guy kept pushing him, trying to get him to go deeper. And Jocko just said, go, just go, right? Take a step. As my great friend Phil Wickwar has said, the first step is the hardest. Anybody on here that is not a natural born walker or jogger or runner will understand the first step is the hardest. Putting the clothes on, taking the step out of the house and taking that first step is the hardest. Once you get into the walk, you absolutely love it. When you come back in the door, like there's this joy in yourself that you just completed it, right? Like y'all know what I'm talking about. Action is the answer. Right? If you are stressed out, if you have anxious moments, if you have things that you worry about, man, just take a step, move, do something, like one of the cures right now, overthinking. Go take a walk, take a step, move. I think action is, a cure for a lot of things that, cause us problems in life. And, another thought on action is the answer is, we have this sense. And what I mean by sense is, stay with me, when I come in the house and I walk by the garbage and I see that it's full, I have a sense, like I don't know where it comes from. I have this nudge or I have this sense that says, take it out. How many times do we not act on our senses? How many times do we not act on our nudges because we compromise or we negotiate with ourselves? I do it with I don't know why I do it, but I do it with the garbage. I'll say, well, I'm going to go sit down and do this, and I'm going to do it in a minute. I'm going to do it in a minute. Action is the answer. When you get the nudge, when you get the sense, do it, okay? That's not that complicated. And it's something that I have to remind myself of daily. Number two, be positive. Stay consistent. Be positive, stay consistent. Stay consistently positive, right? It's the law of attraction. And it's, you can read up, right? Like the law of attraction is true. You're going to attract more of what you give off. Whatever you give off is going to come back to you, right? Like positive people are going to find more positive people and attract them to their life. Negative people are going to find more negative people and attract them to their life. It just is what it is. Misery loves company. People that are miserable are going to find people that are miserable. So if you can remain to consistently be positive, you're going to find yourself consistently around more positive people. One of the systems that our brain has that I absolutely love is that reticular activating system. Our brain works for us, right? So if you are trying to be a positive person and you are telling yourself positive stories, your brain is on the lookout for positive things to add value to your life. Like the other side is true too. If you are having negative thoughts, you're having negative stories and all that circulating in your head, your brain thinks it's doing a great job for you because it's looking for everything that's negative to support the idea that, you're a negative person. Flip the script, man. Be positive, stay consistent. There's always something to be positive about, right? Like I know life is hard. Life is challenging. It's challenging for all of us, man. There's nobody listening to this that hadn't been through hard things or, will go through hard things. But, there is a way you can be positive about it and be grateful for, the situations that you do have. So, number two, be positive. Number three, you do not have to win every argument, John. Okay, I'm talking to myself. You do not have to win every argument. You do not have to have an opinion about everything. How many people in this world have to get the last word in? How many people in this world have to prove themselves or prove to themselves that they are right. Why can't we just be curious? Why can't we just listen to someone else without having to get the last word in, without having to, by zipping it and just letting them carry on? And that's a thought, right? Well, what about that? Like, that's a thought. I'm going to think about that, right? Like, you don't have to win every argument, man. I wish I'd have known that 25 years ago. My life would have been so much better off, right? And I now find people in my life that those people that carry the most wisdom in my life are the ones that don't necessarily get the last word in. They don't try to one up you every time you say something. They got something that they have to say. I have to work on that, right? Because I like to talk. So, number one, action is the answer. Number two, be positive. Number three, you don't have to win every argument, right? You don't have to have an opinion about every single thing, right? Chill out. Number four, associations matter. Who do you hang out with? Who are you looking for, right? Like, those that you hang out with are going to influence you more than you ever know, right? So choose wisely who you choose to hang out with. Try to find people that make you proud of yourself. Try to find people that push you down the road to grow, to learn, to be better, to give back, to be a second mountain person, a servant. Those associations matter. Can that be 100% of our associations? Absolutely not. We're going to have some people in our life that may not be the most positive, but they're people that they have to be in our life, right? You just got to set time limits, and there's nothing wrong with having a group of friends that are friends. We play golf, we have some drinks, we go out, they're fun. But if they're not pushing you toward being a better version of yourself, they're in the category of this is fun, and that's awesome, and we should do that. But we also got to have those associations in the world with people that make you better, people that push you to be the best version of yourself, and they are absolutely out there. I have several in my life, and they're awesome friends to me. Like, your associations matter, man, and set time limits on the ones that don't serve you the best. Number five, just do it. Just do it, right? Like, there are people out there right now that are doing the things that you are dreaming about doing. Like, probably 99% of the people on this podcast right now listening, they have something that they want to do, start, especially if you're a lifelong learner, if you're a growth-minded individual, if you are every day trying to search for the best version, if you're trying to figure out how to add value to other people, there's something on your mind that you want to do, but you're not doing it. And there are people out there doing it right now that are less qualified than you, right? What stops them? The start. Go back to, like, action is the answer. The first step's so the suggestion to myself 25, 30 years ago, do it. Just do it. Nike's got it right. Just do it, right? Just start. Right? The podcast, I wanted to do it 3 years before I ever did it. Why didn't I? Why didn't I start? Right? I was scared of taking the first step. Are there podcasts out there that's worse than mine? Probably, right? Like, just being honest, like, there's a wide range of just do it, man. Like, whatever it is that's on your heart, that's on your mind, man, take the first step and go do it. You'll never be mad at yourself for attempting it, right? I ran across a story here recently that a friend of mine, Rick Jones, sent me. It was about a defensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys, and he had always wanted to be a stand-up comedian. So he had a friend invite him to an open mic night because his friend knew he wanted to be a stand-up comedian. So he signs up, he goes to the open mic night, and for 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever his run was, he said he absolutely got 0 laughs, 0. So there was one guy in the entire audience that smiled at all. So he walked off the stage a complete failure. But what was life-changing for him was that he walked off the stage. He had all these thoughts about how he was going to get lambasted and how people were going to make fun of him and how people were going to, what he figured out was nobody cared. Nobody cared that he failed, right? This FOPO, fear of other people's opinions, they're not thinking about you, not near as much as you think they are. Who are we thinking about 99.9% of the time? Ourselves. So when he walked off the stage and he totally bombed, and nobody cared, like, his lesson was that he traded the way he felt about failure. It really wasn't a failure. It was an opportunity to do something that he wants to do, that he loved to do. So it was an opportunity to figure out how to get better. Like, it wasn't a total failure. He did it, right? And the second thing that he learned was fear of other people's opinions is a joke. They're not thinking about you anyway. They're thinking about themselves, right? So when he went back to the Dallas Cowboys, it wasn't long till his defensive line coach said, man, what's going on? Like, I see a better version of yourself. And releasing the fear of other people's opinions and trading his definition or the way he looked at failure changed his play on the NFL field. It made him a better football player. He was more free to play, right? When do we do our best work? Man, when we are free to play, when we are free to work, when we're in that, space where it doesn't even feel like we're working. So, the answer is just do it, okay? Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, number 6. Procrastination is real, right? John, procrastination is real and it grows. The more you procrastinate, the longer you will procrastinate, and the more you'll do it every day of your life. Okay. So let's go back, right? The answer, number 1, take a step. When you feel the nudge, do it, right? Like, don't procrastinate. Procrastination is real and it's not going to get any better, right? So try not to procrastinate. Number 7, no BCD. Right? This is one that we should tattoo on our hand, right? No BCD, because it's probably one of the hardest ones to do, but it's one of the ones that can be life-changing. When you eliminate complaining, when you eliminate blaming other people for your shortcomings or your outcomes or your results, it is absolutely life-changing. Blaming someone else has never made a problem go away. It's never developed a relationship into anything worthwhile. It's never added value. Like, why do we do it? It's like being sick, right? You're sick. You go jump around a bunch of other people in a close, context to other people, and you make them sick, right? It doesn't make sense, right? Complaining, blaming, getting defensive when someone tries to add value to your life, it doesn't serve you, right? Like, it just doesn't. Now, let's go back to number 2. What's the answer? Be positive, be consistent, right? Blaming other people doesn't move you down the road. It doesn't make you better. What's better off is to offer a suggestion or figure out how to, help the problem, right? Try to learn from. So no BCD, man. Don't blame, don't complain, don't get defensive. Absolutely zero purpose. I tell people sometimes, what's better than BCD? Anything. Absolutely anything. Go run headfirst into a brick wall. It's better than blaming, complaining, or getting defensive. At least, you know why you got a headache, right? And you're not blaming somebody else for it. Number 6, you ever done anything that you looked up and you had forgotten that you even had a phone, right? You ever done anything, been doing something, whatever it was, and you just forgot about your phone. You forgot about your text message. You forgot about, like making a call. You forgot about, do more of that. Whatever it is in your life that, creates this, place where you can work, play, think, contemplate, and your phone just kind of disappears, do more of that. Nobody's going to regret on their deathbed time spent on a screen. It's not going to happen, man. In 2026, the time on a screen is crazy. I saw this fact this morning in some reading was that we take in daily the equivalent to 174 newspapers worth of information daily. In the 1800s, they didn't get that much information in a lifetime. We are information rich, right? And let's fast forward. In the end, it's not going to be information that is going to be the thing that we're all happy about when we are at the end of our life. What we need to do is create more experiences, have more occasions, make more memories where our phone is kind of left to the side, where the memory, the creation of it is so great that I don't even think about my phone. Find the things that you can get lost in, right? And do more of those, because those are going to be the things that down the road, you're going to be grateful that you did. A great read that I read years ago, Life is a Gift by Bob and Judy Fisher. They interview 101 hospice patients that are all within a couple months of death, and they ask them all the same questions. And man, it just was a book that kind of changed the way I think about life, because none of them regretted what I call mountain one stuff, man. The things that serve me, right? The titles, the positions, the wins, the money, the whatever, right? None of it was that. Like, everything was mountain two. Everything was about the service to, or my family, or making memories, or the trips we didn't take, or the times we didn't get lost in relationships where the phone didn't matter, right? So, that's my thoughts, man. If I could go back to myself, 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, the things that I would remind myself of, and I still have to remind myself daily because some of these are really hard. So as I go through them, think about the one that you need to work on the most. right? And shoot me a text, shoot me an email, and tell me which one you're going to double down on today. Which one are you going to double down on? And I'm going to be better at this one today. Number one, action is the answer, right? Whatever it is, just move, take a step, take action, react to the nudge. Number two, be positive and stay consistent being positive. Attract positive people. Number three, you don't have to win every argument. Man, let it go, right? In their song, let it go, right? Yeah, y'all know it. Number four, associations matter. Man, pick and choose them wisely and reach out. Like if you don't have the ones that push you right now down the road, reach out to somebody, set up a coffee date, right? Set up and start a relationship, right? Number five, just do it. Whatever it is on your mind that you want to start, you want to do, like you have this dream, you have this big, I want to do this so bad. I want to start a blog. I want to start a podcast. I want to write a book. I want to whatever. I want to start a business. Just do it. Start. You're not going to be mad at yourself if it doesn't go your way, right? You might be like the Dallas Cowboys lineman. You might be proud you did it, even if it don't go the way you thought it to, because there are people less qualified than you right now doing what you dream of doing. That's ridiculous, okay? Number six, procrastination's real, right? Like, man, come on. Let's try not to procrastinate. Let's try to act on the nudges and the senses that we have. Number seven, no BCD. Cut it out of your life. Don't do it, right? 24-hour challenge. Do not have any BCD in the next 24 hours. I guarantee you that'll be hard to do, right? Because it is I don't know why, but it's our go-to, man. Like we can't own anything. Take ownership, right? You don't have to win every argument. Take ownership. Don't worry about it. Let it go. Not blame, complain, or get defensive. And the last one, try to find more activities that you do that make you lose the thought of your phone. Make memories with your family, man. Take the trips that, you want to take. You don't have to spend a lot of money to take a trip. You know what I mean? You can take a camping trip with your family and it could be a weekend that you never forget. You know what I mean? Like, so do more things that will mean more to you in the end of your life. You know what I mean? So if one of those stood out to you, man, shoot me a message. I would love to hear which one you want to double down on and you want to go to work to be better today. Thank you, CoxHealth. Thank you, Wise Guys. Thank you, One More Benefit. And thank all of y'all for listening to the Never Stop Getting Better podcast. Until next time, adios, amigos.